All right, good morning. This week for boot camp, I'm going to ask that you please make sure that you review the registration form and that you review the requirements in the boot camp chat. This is an intensive, so it will be intense for 2 weeks. Again, I highly recommend that you learn this strategy. The scanner that I'll be using is for instructional purposes only. If you can show me that you're consistently profitable, then you can maintain access. Other than that, you will only have access to this scanner during your training for 2 weeks. Um, the scanners that will come with your membership right now are only going to be the Forex and the future scanner, and that will change for October. So as of now, this scanner, I'm using it for training purposes. If you have the code, you have the same scanner. Okay. I've just made some tweaks to the scanner to make it simpler for you when you get in and get out of trades. Okay. So let's go over M5. M5, we're trading on the 5 minute chart. And the swing is a different piece, and I'll go over that in a different video. So, M5, we are looking at the market. Okay. I'm going to take some of this off because, yeah, this looks like Dr. Kathy. Let's take that off right quick. All right. And so on M5, you're going to be getting alerts when your EMAs are crossing. We always mark the high and the low of the market because whenever you come to the market, regardless to what strategy you are using, we want to identify the high and the low of the market. Okay. So we want to identify the high and the low because we're waiting for a breakout. When you see the market doing this, you see it's really staying in here. I mean, it was a lower area down here, which is fine, but it hasn't really broken out. Okay. So the market right now is in consolidation. So even on these alerts, we really are not that excited until they open and close up here or down here. So, number one, always mark the high and the low of the market, no matter what strategy we are trading. So, what we're looking for again is for our EMAs to cross. Now, on EC11, it's going to give you a buy alert. Okay. And so I'll turn EC11 back on so that you can see that it will give you a particular buy alert. Okay. And so this one here is saying that it's a buy alert, but we would really get ready because we need the EMA to cross and that candle to come up here before we're even looking to take the trade. So let's look at a past movement. For your homework, I said mark up a past movement. This is an excellent one right here. So let me come here and let's look here. The market was here. All right. So I'm going to put this here for my high and I'm going to move this here for my low. Okay. The market is consolidating in this area. You got a buy alert here, but we wouldn't take that buy because it didn't go up here. You got a sell alert here. All right. And so when you see this candle form underneath here, then now that's telling you, okay, this is a good sale. So you can go ahead and you can enter the trade here for the sale. Now, let's say you got in prematurely on the buy. If you got in on this buy, when you got that sell alert, get out of the trade. Okay. Now, let's take these off so that you can see it with just EC11. I mean, just the M5. M5, you get an alert on that cross. You get an alert here on the cross. You can get in here. All right. And when you get your next alert, you can take your profit as well. So there's several different ways that you can trade this, okay? But when the market is consolidating heavy, I want you to be mindful of that, okay? So again, we mark the high, we mark the low, the candle comes out. I'm believing this is going to sell. So I can hold the trade. When you get the alert, you can go ahead and get in the trade as soon as you get the alert because we're on the 5 minute chart. And so you're going to hold the trade. A lot of you were like, until I get the green candle, for this strategy with this scanner, you can wait until you get the next alert. And so you can take your money here. All right. And then when you get your next alert, you get in the trade again and you can hold it. If you're getting in on the alert, you're deep in profit down here, family. Okay. And so you can hold it here. When you get your next alert, which is right about here, you can take your profit. All right. You can also re enter the trade for the buy. All right. And you can hold that buy and look at it going up. You can also use the levels that I have on your screen as TPs. So you could have made that high 36.46 a TP if you want to. All right. So again, once you get this alert, you take your profit. And then this here, I wouldn't even waste my time. Do not get in a trade if it doesn't give you a flat top because this is just going back and forth, right? So it's consolidating again, it's consolidating. All right. You get an alert here. You can choose to get in this trade. Okay. But you really want to determine, is it still consolidating? And let me tell you how you know it's consolidating, because it's giving you dojis. Now, when you got that doji in this flat here, I would have possibly considered getting in that trade, but I really want to see it come down here some more. So to avoid, getting in and getting out, you can wait until it starts to come down here. This is showing you good momentum because now it's going down. All right. So you got the alert. You can go ahead and get in the trade, and then you can get out the trade here. You can re enter the trade again up here. Your TP can be that high. All right. But when you get this alert, you can get out. All right. So these are quick scalp moves, and they're going back and forth. So pay attention to the alert because you're going to be able to scalp. Now, you want to be able to hold it longer. So that's when we go to the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, I got an alert here for a sale. You can hold it. All right. Until you get this alert. Now, this is going to go back up. This is going to eat your profit right in here. All right. So on the 15-minute chart, again, you guys keep getting the strategies mixed up. So you have to know the difference because we trade differently on a time frame. So on the 15-minute chart, when I got this alert, if I got in here for this sale, your TPs, if you pull up EC11, we should have more TPs. Yeah. So your TPs are here. Okay. So you're going to have all these different TPs that will tell you where you can get out of the trade. Now, your TP would have been down here, but when I see this happening, on the 15-minute chart, I'm going to take my profit. I can tell you that now. I would take my profit. Okay. And what this is really doing, if we adjust our lines, is consolidating, y'all. Because when all you got these alerts and it's in here, this is all just straight consolidation. So that's not the move we're looking for. Okay. We're looking for this sale alert here, but you got the alert here. So we would have got in this trade here. You could have took your TP1 down here, and your TP2 would have been down here. Your TP3 is down here. Okay. Or again, on the 15-minute chart, when you start to get that doji right here, it's time to get out the trade. Okay. Or this one here. Now you got this one here and you got a little bit of pullback. I mean, it doesn't look like the EMAs are crossing, so I would be mindful, but you could exit the trade here and you could get back here in here on the flat top. Several different ways to trade it. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. Again, whenever you get an alert on the 1 hour chart, and again, you will see on M5, M5 is going to give you the alert before EC11. It's going to tell you to get in up here. All right. And so again, you can get in up here. You're going to get some pullback here, right? And this is on the hour chart. That is some significant pullback. So you could choose to get out of the trade, right? Or you can wait. Again, you want to make sure your candles are the same color on the higher time frame. On the higher time frames, when them colors start changing, you want to get out the trade. Okay. And so again, you can always determine your TPs by the lines on the screen, or you can look at the previous low right here. That's your TP. So you could ride that to there, and then your next TP would be right here based on the body and the wick of the candle. All right. So there's several different ways that you're going to trade. You're going to learn how to trade M5 on the 5 minute, the 15-minute, and the 1 hour. All right. And the swing is because you're going to get in this trade here. It called for the sale here, right? Your stop loss is always like above that alert. So this right in here would have hit that stop loss and you would have had to re-enter here. Okay. And as you can see, it's going down, it's pulling back, but you don't ever want it to come back past your entry. So we will be going over how to put in your stop loss as well. All right. And so you got back in here, and you could ride it all the way down. Your TP is right here. It's like come to that. Oh, there's a TP right here too. You got to pay attention to that blue line. So that TP, you would have hit that TP. And then when it start pulling back, I would have just took my money. This is a news candle for an hour chart. For it to be doing all that, I'm good. But it shot back down, and you would have got your money. Okay. And then once you got that next alert, you can be mindful of that. You got a little bit of pullback. Remember, put your stop loss underneath the alert sign, okay? Or put it underneath. You can pull it to the candle, the previous candle, which would have been 3628.5. All right, so you go ahead, you can get in that trade. And this sucker went all the way up on the hour chart. That's a lot of money, y'all. All right, so I'm going to be showing you how to do that um, with these scanners. It's going to be very helpful. EC11 is going to give you more TPs, all right, and it's going to give you an actual sale alert. You don't necessarily need that because these alerts are pretty valid, but it does help, right? This it's telling you here, get in here. You'd have got in here, you could have went all the way down and made your money. Okay, right now the market is consolidating, so we want to be mindful of that. I am in a buy and I am in a sell on gold, and I'm probably going to hold that. All right, so this is just like our pre training. We'll be going over these things more in depth. Happy trading.